Hey everybody, Kevin, me, myself, and my vinyl. I've tried shooting this video about 15 times now. With my wife and my kids home, it's driving me insane. I love them to death, but they drive me nuts. I just spent 2 weeks with them on vacation. So, my kid just interrupted me and I was this close from being done. Anyway, all right, where was I? I was in Northern Virginia, just outside of DC, kind of in the Dulles area, around Dulles Airport, if anybody knows where that is. My brother and my mom live there, so I was visiting them and then came home, spent one day at home in Northern Georgia. Shot those two videos where I was opening up, unboxing that, like 23 pounds of records, and then shot down onto Tampa St. Pete area where I kind of grew up. I was there for about 24 years. I moved down there when I was about 10, and we left right after my son was born, like months after he was born, like 2 months after he was born, and he's about to turn 8. So, just down there enjoying Tampa St. Pete. So much has changed. I haven't been there, like I said, and like I've been back, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time, and so much has changed. If anybody knows the area, I used to go to the State Theater a lot to go see punk shows when I was in high school, back in like the mid to late 90s, and also Janus Landing, which across the street used to be a huge parking lot, and now it's like a 30-story building with a restaurant underneath it, which I went and ate there. So, anyway, one thing that is still there, and I only went to this place one other time before because I really hadn't started collecting records yet, but is Bananas Records in St. Pete, Florida. And you can see there, it says at the bottom, established in 1977. So Bananas Records. I got myself a sticker as well. Guy threw it in there, I guess maybe because he just did. Anyway, I had about an hour and a half. Bananas, their claim to fame is that they have 3.5 million records. 3.5 million. Now their main shop is just like a regular record store. Sections for, used music. They have a lot of used music. They have some new stuff, new arrivals, so rock. They have a different room for like folk and country, and then outside they have R&B, rap, jazz, some world music, and a metal section. Now the metal section was tiny. Man, that 70s and 80s metal stuff just seems to like, people are just snatching that stuff up, it seems like, left and right. But anyway, their second location is down the street, and it's like basically a warehouse, 2 stories, and they have like the old library shelves that are like 10 feet high, and they got, just records. And the little alleys are, little rows are really narrow, so it's like one person can get through. Dylan from Noble Records actually did a video about a year ago when he went to visit Bananas, and I watched that, and I wanted to go shoot and film in there, but I only had about an hour and a half, so going in and asking him if it was cool and then doing a whole video of flipping through, like it wasn't gonna happen. So all right, what did I get? I stopped in the country because I've been listening to a lot of country music on the road with all my travels. I'm flipping over to a couple country stations. I don't have a whole lot of country in my my collection, but I do have some Willie Nelson, and I picked this one up. This is Willie Nelson's Red-Headed Stranger. This has the original inner, and it is on the Columbia red and yellow, and this thing is in, it's a little dirty. There's some fingerprints on it, some dust. It needs a good cleaning, but it was listed as VG plus, but I haven't gotten it on my turntable yet, but it looks pretty good, and along with most of these records, they all look really good. They're just filthy. They obviously don't. Bananas doesn't clean their records before they start putting them out. How can you clean 3.5 million records? All right, how could you go to a country section and not walk out with the Man in Black, right? The sounds of Johnny Cash. This is 1962, from 1962, and I want to say that this is a original pressing. And the reason why I know that is because, well, there's all right. So this had a little ding out of a little notch cut out, not notch, but you can see a chunk cut out of the top of the outer sleeve. But this is on Columbia, and it is a Columbia 6i. So, getting more and more into Johnny Cash. Originally I picked up his AP live at San Quentin, Folsom, San Quentin. So, this one also. This thing looks like it's immaculate, and I don't even know if it's ever been played, but I picked up another Johnny Cash album. This is mean as hell. I've never seen this record before. Again, I'm not a huge country fan, but look at this. That's Johnny Cash on the front there. Oh, it's Ballads from the True West. I mean, Johnny looking like an old, grizzled gunslinger, right? Look at him. I mean, I thought that was pretty badass. So, I mean, Johnny Cash is pretty badass, so. But there's the back, and this is actually on Columbia too, but this is a Columbia 2i, and I don't know that this record's ever been played. Like I said, it's got some fingerprints on it and some dust. Needs a good cleaning, but it doesn't look like it's ever been played. All right, my last stop in country was Waylon Jennings, Greatest Hits. This is from '79 on the RCA label. It's still sealed. It's got this, I don't know, generic hype sticker on it, but there it is. Waylon on the front. There he is on the back. All right, RCA. Still sealed. So, I'm really a big fan of his son, Shooter Jennings. I just am. I actually had that on CD at one point in time. I don't know where it is now, but all right. So Mike at Hub Tunes has been doing I think he's doing a series of 3 of Psych, and he showed this in his first one. I watched it about a week ago, and I was just flipping through, and I saw this, and I was just like, all right, well, he showed it to me. I'll take his word for it. Country Joe and the Fish. This is electric music for the mind and body. Outer cover looks pretty good, except for the tear right here. It looks like there might have been a sticker or something, and it got torn. All right, there's the back. There's the band with the track listing and the band members, Country Joe and the Fish. And I don't know that I own anything on Vanguard, and this is on the Vanguard label. Let me try if I can get. Let's see if I can get this out. Now this one's pretty dirty too, but there's that Vanguard label. Look how glossy that is. It's pretty glossy. Again, most of these they said Fiji Plus, but I think I think they're gonna, once I clean them up, I think they're gonna play pretty well. All right, so that's Country Joe and the Fish. This next one I found in the M section. I don't know why I was there, but it's definitely not M. It is Grateful Dead, In the Dark. All right, this is 1987 pressing. One thing I never knew about this cover, because I never actually, had it in my hands and looked at it until I was in the store. I'm like, something looks off on their eyes. What is it? They're upside down, right? All right, see, there's eyebrows. All their eyebrows, they're all upside down. I never knew that. I mean, I'm kind of an idiot, right? But and here's the inner gatefold. It's only one LP, but there's Jerry and Bob. There's Phil Lesh at the top, and then Brent, and then you got Mickey and Bill down there. So this is on Arista. There's the back cover. So this was my introduction to the Grateful Dead. I was born in 1980. This came out in 87. And this came out in the era of MTV, right? So Grateful Dead actually did a music video to the first song on this, which is Touch of Grey. And I just remember seeing that video. It's still very vivid in my memory that it's just the guys, they're all sitting there playing their instruments on stage, you know, like an outside concert like they did 1,000 times. I should say thousands of times. And then they start turning into skeletons. You know, they're one of the big things is that they're, you know, they got the skeletons, they got the dancing bears that steal your face, the, you know, what is it, Skull and Roses. So, but they were like puppets, you know, so that, you know, Bill's back there, and then all of a sudden he starts changing into, you know, a skeleton, and you could see the strings. Like, it looked like fishing wire, but you could see the reflection off the fishing wire. I mean, it was meant to be there, but it was, I remember that video like it was yesterday. But yeah, Touch of Grey is on this. That's the title track. Hell in a Bucket's on here too. When Push Comes to Shove, West LA Fadeaway. Tons of Steel is on side 2. Throwing Stones in Black Muddy River. Alright, so that's Grateful Dead. I don't know who told me. I was watching a video, nobody told me, but I was watching a video and they said if you ever see this and it's in good shape, pick it up. And that's Decade by Neil Young. This is a 3 LP comp. The only thing about this cover, it's got a nice ding out there. It's got a little bit of ringware on it. This is a, I don't know if you could call this a triple gatefold, but it's a 3 LP set. So look, you can open it up here. All right, there's Neil and some liner notes. And then it kind of opens up again, and then there's a larger picture of Neil. All right, larger picture of Neil. Where is he? There he is, kind of brooding, staring you down. And then there's some smaller ones. And this is on Reprise label. And oh my gosh. All right, so there's a Reprise. Can you see the dog or cat hair that's on that? Those are not scratches. That's dog hair or cat hair or rabbit hair or whatever. Okay, I don't own any animals, right? I don't own any animals, but how do you get animal hair inside the sleeve of a record? Steve Carlson, can you let me know? Cat seems to jump on your lap anytime you're doing a video. Do you have? Ooh, there's some inners in here. Ooh, that's really tight. I can't get that out right now. But how does cat hair like that, or dog hair, or whatever it is, alpaca hair, get into the sleeve of a record? And it's like that in all. So I definitely need to give that a cleaning, a very good cleaning. But I picked this up. This was $25, and it is in really good shape. And it's got a ton of songs on here. I don't know if you can see it. It's 3 LPs, and side 6 has probably my favorite song, Cortez the Killer by Neil Young. So there's that. These next two, I'm just trying to fill gaps in my collection. I was born in New Jersey. I know I said I lived in Florida for a long time, but born in New Jersey in the 80s, and this man was everywhere. So it's taken me a long time to come back around on him, because I just, you hear something so much, you don't want to look at it, hear it. But that is, of course, the boss, Bruce Springsteen. This is Born in the USA. It's got this cool hype sticker on it. It's in the shrink still, Dancing in the Dark. Plus, I'm on Fire, Cover Me, No Surrender, I'm Going Down. Also on cassette. This came out, I want to say in 84. Again, I could be wrong. They had an original in the... Yep, 84. This is an original pressing. But they had an original still sealed, and I passed on it because this had this hype sticker on there, and also, well, I guess this might have been the original price, maybe $7.47. And I got that one for about third of the price when that was still sealed. So, all right, 2 more to show and then I'm done. All right, this was also there. So this is Bruce Springsteen as well. This is Nebraska. This is the one that came out before Born in the USA, and they're kind of like 2 different sides of Bruce there. But you can see, got an Obi here, or can you see? It's kind of cool. It's got BRU on here to kind of go through. So I've got the Obi here. This is Japanese pressing. This is 1982, and this is still sealed. Original pressing, Japanese pressing. I don't own a whole lot of Japanese pressings, but there you go. You can still see the other side. It's kind of, sorry for the glare. Shows his previous works. Okay, and then there it is, still sealed. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. And if you look, and I just noticed this, but if you look, the seals has Japanese writing on it. So there was a little ding in it somewhere, but I can't find it right now. Lastly, inspired by my man Aaron Mutha Alamare. He's been talking up this band for the longest time, and I didn't know anything about him. This came out in 1991. This is Caius. This is Wretch. This is a reissue, obviously. This is not from 1991, but I went in their new section and picked up this, and I've been looking for Caius for a little while now, just because I've been watching his videos. I don't know if you can see the hype with the glare. Let's see. Maybe you can. Or I'll just read it. It says, the debut album from the legendary Palm Desert stoner rock band, Caius, featuring Josh Homme, Nick Oliveri, John Garcia, Brant Bjork. So he's been talking about Caius for a long time now in his videos, so finally got it. Okay. Appreciate you all sticking around to watch this. I really do mean that. You know, for all my subscribers who watch. I know my videos kind of run a little long here sometimes, but I appreciate you sticking around, dropping comments. So, thanks everybody. I'll see you soon.